So there's a way in which it's interesting with the very beginning of the month here, Virgo. It's you have a lot of really powerful characters all coming up. And the reason I'm saying that is they're all authority figures. They're all wearing red or white, and these are all very strong figures. And you've got Justice and Emperor in the upright position, but you have Strength and Magician in the reverse. So one thing too that's interesting is they all have this golden background, which has to do with, feeling sunny, feeling optimistic, feeling like the path is lit before you. Yellow represents optimism. It represents feeling like the world is open and sunny and vibrant and golden. So that's actually how the month opens for you. However, there are two challenges right now to your strength and your personal power. So let me just talk about that first, and then I'll talk about what both of these two mean. This is good, though. Justice with the law. That's a nice thing to look forward to. I'm going to talk about these two first. So Strength is a card about patience, endurance. That's being challenged. There's challenges to your patience, challenges to your fortitude, challenges to your strength. What I'm getting with these two in reverse is that there's a way that you're feeling drained, or you're feeling like there's something that's challenging your personal power and your strength. Magician is the one card. It's focus of the mind. It's being able to create what we want to create here on Earth. It's taking ideas down from the etheric realm and bringing them down into practical, day-to-day, tangible results. And strength is about being patient, having endurance, having soft strength. It's not about forcing anything. Both of these, too, in the Rider-Waite, have this figure 8, this infinity symbol over their heads. So and that's connecting to the infinite. With those two things, two cards being in reverse, it's saying that you may have some challenges regarding, whether it has to do with fear, with doubt, with resistance, any of that. There's a way that you're having a hard time connecting to the infinite, connecting to your own fortitude, your own strength, your own patience, the ability to get through problems, or the ability to endure something. And this is focus, concentration, personal power, ability to affect results. So that's being challenged as well. Experiencing that, Virgo, I want to direct you over here because there's a great sense of justice and the law. And as you focus into this, you're kind of leaning on the strength of these two. And these are both almost outer forces, Virgo. Both of them hold this sword of the truth. So I want you to connect to what is truthful, what is lawful. The two things that these both have in common is law and order. Justice is about law and order, rendering a verdict, weighing the evidence here, weighing the opposite points of view, and declaring what is the truth, what is the verdict. Emperor is about establishing those boundaries, those laws, order, regulation. It's his empire. It's what functions because things are conventional, they're stable, they're known. It's like if you cross over into this territory, these rules apply. When you're in this territory, these rules apply. So law and order is what I see here, and connection with the truth. A verdict being rendered in accordance with the truth, in accordance with the laws as they exist. The truth is on your side, Virgo, is the sense I get with these two figures coming. And by the way, they're both in red cloaks, power. Red is the color of vitality. It's the color of power. It can be the color of aggression. But with these two, in accordance with this holding of the sword, which represents truth, it's the mental realm, which is, it's thought, knowledge, ideas, I'm getting, this is law, this is order, it is the established way. It's known. When a boundary is broken, it's known. And there are consequences to things when laws are broken and there's verdicts rendered. But being on the right side of the law is what I want you to consider. Being on the right side of authority, of decision making, of a verdict, being on the right side of truth is really going to help you at the opening of December. Connect with that because it's powerful. Emperor and Justice are, two of the most powerful cards of the deck. Right along here with Magician. I mean, there's power embodied too, but this is your own personal power, and this is having challenges. It's saying that you might be having a hard time creating the results that you want because you're drained of your strength right now, or there's challenges to your strength and your personal power. Stick with law and order. Stick with alignment with truth. These two characters are going to back you up. So that's the opening of December for you, Virgo. Then towards the middle of the month, I see something changing, and something may change dramatically because you have the wheel here and you have Tower in reverse. First thing is that you may need to get mentorship from someone who is a King of Swords person. Now, this is someone who is in alignment with the truth. They're going to help you with this too. This could be a lawyer. This is someone who is of knowledge and experience. That's what these oak leaves represent. Someone who's been through a couple things. I call this the King Solomon card because he makes decisions that are fair, that are equitable, where he considers both sides of the situation. He thinks things through logically. But he makes decisions that are based in a very fair way. That's King of Swords energy. So traditionally this is an air sign, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So someone in a mentorship position could be very helpful to you, Virgo, mid-month. Someone who has experience, who thinks things through, who has the King of Swords archetype, who's, seen a thing or two before and made a decision, made an evaluation. So this is sage energy. This is someone who has been around the block a few times, makes decisions based on logic, analysis. This could be a lawyer. This could be a counselor. This could be an advisor of some sort in making decisions based on wisdom and truth. So this could be, it could be a boss. It could be a father figure. It could be an elder. It could be someone who you contract to give you a clear view of the truth. And that's going to, if you look at the things that are similar between these three cards, it's holding that single sword of the truth. I'm really getting that for you, Virgo, that the truth is going to be on your side if you align with it. And through that person who's going to help you with recognizing and looking at the truth, change happens mid-month. This is the wheel of time changing. Whatever was on the top is going to be on the bottom. Whatever's on the bottom is going to be on the top. Things are changing. This is a natural evolution of time. And luck changing too. And then this is a dramatic change that you might be resisting, Virgo. Towers is when everything crumbles apart. The structures, the establishments, that crumbles apart, and it makes room for a new day. It makes room for new land, new territory. I look at this card as like volcano energy, where the lava comes up, the storm comes up, but it paves new way for new land. This is like phoenix energy, where the phoenix burns in the fire, and then from the ashes it rises anew. So, but with it in the reverse position, it tells me, Virgo, that you may have some resistance, some doubt, some fear. It's like you don't want this change to come, but yet it's coming. This is the wheel of time changing. But with both of these cards showing up mid-month, there's a big change happening for you mid-month, Virgo. Don't resist it. This is a card of evaluation. Farmer is 7 of coins, and this is the card of assessment, reevaluation, consideration of things, taking a time out and a break to see, are the seeds that I'm sowing giving me the results that I want? And this is a money card too. So it's sort of like saying, is the actions, all this work that I'm doing on this garden, is it giving me the results that I want? Is this the harvest that I want to be reaping? Are these things ready to be harvested? It's kind of another card of patience. And in the reverse position, it's echoing strength here being in reverse, where it's saying you may not be employing your patience right now. You may not be thinking things through and looking at the long-term goal, because strength is all about long-term results. She's not in a rush. She does things gently. She employs gentle force. That's how she opens the jaws of the lion. She has courage. So this is saying your courage might be challenged right now. Same with this card. This card is about having patience, waiting for the crops to ripen, waiting for the grapes on the vine to go from sour to sweet before you harvest them. In the reverse position, it's like, I might want it all right now. You might just be like, I don't have time for this. I want to harvest these things now. I need this money. I need this result. You may have to wait. You may have to be like the farmer who plans ahead and plants things that he knows he wants to harvest later, and works every day to see those things develop. So I'm really seeing, Virgo, you may need to employ some patience. You may need to take a deep breath and assess and evaluate what's your long-term goal. You may not get it all at once. But there is a new beginning at the end of the month. You have 2 aces here, Virgo. 2 aces surrounding, by the way, the queen of the home and the victim. So I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna see these as like kind of separate here, and I'm gonna talk about the difference between these 2 things, because there's a new beginning happening. This is a new beginning of the heart. This is like my cup runneth over. I feel emotionally fulfilled. I feel free. I feel at peace. I feel like I've come up through all this mud and I get enlightenment. I feel renewed. This is a card of renewal. It's a card of peace, joy, creativity, having your heart filled, beginning something new that fills your heart, feeling emotionally fulfilled. Aces are always beginnings, so there's definitely a new beginning for you here at the beginning. It's initiated by this change. So, and this is the queen of the home. So Virgo, you're an earth sign. This is you. This is someone feeling secure, feeling in charge of her own money, feeling she's very trustworthy, she's very grounded, she's very down to earth. So this is a new beginning for you, Virgo. And it may be a new home. It may be a new pursuit of something that you love. It could be a new love affair. This is you feeling stable, feeling grounded, feeling like you are in the place that you need to be, in control. Queen is mastery of her own physical surroundings, her own lifestyle, her money, her practical matters. So this new beginning and feeling grounded, feeling solid, on solid ground is really what this is. Or that's one possibility. Or if you fall into victim mentality, which is this card, and not being in alignment with the truth, that could be another possible route of a different chapter. It's almost like it almost reminds me of those choose your own adventure books from when we were kids. I don't know if any of you remember that, but you get to choose which way you go. And it has to do with your beliefs and your alignment with what's going on. Ace of Swords is clarity, truth, wisdom. It's this sword. This is a theme that's coming up for you, Virgo. He's carrying this single sword of the truth. This is the Excalibur sword of the truth, by the way. It's crowned. It's victory. It is clarity. It's the one truth. It's when things are clear. And remember, the truth sets you free. That's another theme of this card. So King of Swords is connected with the truth. Justice is connected with the truth. Emperor is connected with the truth. Truth, righteousness, order, clarity, knowledge, wisdom, all of that. When this is in reverse, this is who you end up being. When you're not seeing the truth of the matter, when the truth is being obscured, when you're believing in something that's not true, and this crown falls off, this is who you become. These are all sort of like lies surrounding you. If you believe in all these thoughts that are encroaching upon your movement, Virgo, if you believe these thoughts that confine you, this is who you become. Your power, this red cloak, is bound and drained out. And by the way, this is just you doing this to yourself. This is your thoughts and beliefs that keep you constricted, victimized, she has the power to walk out of this at any moment. It's her belief that keeps her there. It's all these beliefs that's surrounding her. She has the power. If you look at this card, she could cut these binds on any of these swords, pull off her blindfold, and walk away at any moment. It's her belief in her being a victim, being confined, that keeps her there. You know, it's non-alignment with the truth. So I want you to look into what is true here. Ace of Swords, that is showing up for you. That is a potential new beginning as well. And look at how are these false beliefs that are keeping you confined. Are you believing in yourself as a victim? Because she's the only one who's there. There's no one else that's holding her there. It's her beliefs that are keeping her there. So those are some options at the end of the month, Virgo. Which one are you going to align yourself with? It's definitely a new beginning. It's like you're going in a new direction. Are you going to go in the direction of heart and contentment, or non-alignment with the truth, believing in false things and feeling like a victim? It's up to you.